one day off of a very blah WWE Fast Lane, we get a Raw that, well, I'll shoot with you guys. Ashley basically got on the call like a few seconds ago, and I know what kind of a mood he's in. You guys know what kind of a mood he's in, so this might well get to it. Welcome to another edition of the Monday Night Raw Popcast, exclusively here on the Podcast Network. My name is Owen. I'm your moderator for this evening because I watched one match on this show, and I got to see what you want to call that abysmal main event. And the weird, oh God, the stuff they did with the Divas division. I love that. I am not alone. Oh no, joined as always by Ashley.
Yeah.
So let's get this over with.
Hang on. I need to get the right. So, we start. By the way, guys, this is going to be playing in the background for the entire duration of this show.
This is how we get copyright, ladies and gentlemen, just like the other day.
Okay. When we stop, that will be playing throughout the show. Okay.
What is this Raw? Jeremy Mills asked. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
So we open. It's brilliant. They were publicizing tonight. You're going to see the new intro with Papa Roach's music video. Nope, they do not give a fuck. 2 months now and nothing. So Kurt comes out and says, about the Stephanie and Triple H and Ronda stuff, and then brings up Roman and Brock and informs us that Brock has no-showed tonight. Whether he was stuck in traffic or whether he was unwell, we don't know, apparently, according to Kurt. Which then leads to Roman coming out. And he's just like, hey, didn't I tell you also? I said this was going to happen. It's not a surprise to me. Brock doesn't respect anybody. He doesn't even have respect, for the people watching all around the world. He didn't show up for work for today. If you tried to show up, if you tried to show up to work late or show up, a day afterwards, you'd get fined or you get fired. And, not fair. And of course, what trouble is Brock's going to get? None. Because he's Vince's boy. And Angle's like sort of trying to get the mic away and he's like, don't touch my mic. It's not you. It's not your fault, Kurt. You're the middleman. The real problem is Vince, the man I just literally walked past coming out here. He didn't even tell me that Brock wasn't here. I bust my ass for Vince. It's one thing to be disrespected by Brock, but I won't be disrespected by Vince. And he drops the mic and leaves. And he goes to the gorilla position and confronts Vince and basically goes, what's going on? The other interesting fact here, guess who was on gorilla with Vince? Shane.
Interesting.
Why is he on Raw?
Add to the realism, maybe?
Yes, but why is he on Raw?
Add to the realism of this, the fact this isn't a storyline. This is real.
But why is he on Raw? If it's SmackDown, it makes sense. But why is he on Raw?
Yeah, if it's SmackDown, it would feel like it was a work. But the fact that he's there at Raw,
it'd feel more if they had like some line saying Stephanie wasn't there, which spoilers, no show from her, or Triple H, or Ronda, so it wasn't just Brock. And Vince just like, got a commercial, and they sort of walk out a shot and we fade off. It's interesting, but the problem is everybody's now cottoned on to the fact that we're making Brock the heel because he isn't showing up. So you have to cheer for Roman.
nope.
No.
Crowd did not buy that one.
Well, because it's been figured out. This is being stage managed.
Yeah, it's not Roman's fault. None of this is. He's a victim
as
he's
always.
a victim of circumstance. Yeah, exactly.
So Renee's backstage now as we come back from break outside Vince McMahon's store because she was told to be there, and said, "Oh, well, there was quite a lot of raised voices, but as of 30 seconds ago, it quietened down." What perfect timing! It's like they shut up because they literally said 20 seconds to camera, guys. Roman walks out and just walks past Renee and doesn't even acknowledge it. And then here comes Vince and says, "Look, he's rattled. Yeah, Brock isn't my boy or Paul Heyman's boy. He's his own man. I didn't mean to disrespect Roman, but in the words of Dwayne, he needs to know his role and shut his mouth." Jesus. Does Brock like people? No. But that doesn't make him a bad guy. Does he respect the universe? Probably not. No, he only respects the competition, be it in the ring or in the octagon. Sure, he's got special privileges, but I assure you, Brock will be Raw on Monday. And he will be competing at WrestleMania. And as for the lack of respect because of what happened, Roman Reigns has been temporarily suspended. And I can't tell from that point whether there was gasps or cheers or both. And from there, we go to a really great match. Not Sonya Deville versus Sasha Banks.
Oh, dear God, why?
Because tough enough.
I wish.
Banks wins. That's all you need to know. And then as soon as Sasha wins, Bayley just leaves. And then Absolution get on the apron and surround Sasha.
How many sides of a ring is there, Owen?
4.
How many people are in Absolution?
Technically 3, even though one of them can't do anything.
You came with the right number, don't worry. So, which side of the ring would you go for?
The side that didn't have anybody on it, obviously.
Incorrect. You go for anybody so that you get beaten the shit out of and you don't get saved by your friend because he's not your friend anymore.
Yeah, boy.
Sonya is still green as goose shit. Why the hell did we pull her up?
Okay, here's the thing. I bring this up every single time. I'm going to say it again. Not only did they miss an opportunity to bring up the iconic duo, but for some reason, they decided they needed to give them implants so that would enhance their figure. I'm sorry, but I'll say right now, both Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were attractive as they were. They did not need any augmentation whatsoever, and that is crap that happened.
But you see, because Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are lesbians, that's why.
I don't care
I
what their
really-
orientation is. They both suck
No.
as workers.
No, but let's be honest, because it's all about trying to get inclusion for Stephanie. That's why.
God. They need to learn how to work before they can do anything.
Yeah. They've brought them up way too premature.
Yeah, no lie.
When Paige came up, she was on a level where she could compete.
Totally.
I think from last night, you established that Ruby Riott was on a level that she could compete.
Absolutely.
Sarah Logan has been more hit than miss, but it's been rocky to some extent, but, more a positive sort of rocky performance. And then I'd say Mandy Rose has been, I'd say 50-50.
She's Eva Marie. That's exactly what she is. She's the new Eva Marie.
Sorry, I forgot. I meant Liv Morgan.
Oh God.
I meant Liv Morgan. The SmackDown side seems to have got the better lot because
Easily.
Mandy's, I'd say Sarah's at like 80%. Liv is at about 50.
That's generous.
Mandy sort of 40-50. Sonya's about 20.
I would even be that generous about it.
And then a bloody all I can think of now is that quote from Matthew off Botchamania.
Yeah, I read that today.
Let's get a picture of what happens when fucking Freebird Michael Hayes had sex with Enzo Amore and this was the product.
That is the most unflattering picture of Bob Ritchie that has ever existed in this world.
I love the fact that Kid Rock gets in before, I don't know, Motorhead, Lemmy.
We knew Bob Ritchie was going to get in the Hall of Fame this year.
I prefer, considering how we're talking about contribution, like on pay-per-views and Raw and Tribute to the Troops. Nickelback deserves to be on here more than Kid fucking Rock.
American Badass Undertaker is all I have to say. That's the reason why.
Yeah, but who's going to induct him? Undertaker? Fuck no.
No. Mike Bennett wants to do it, apparently.
Well, they won't do that because
I know they won't.
Who's
Still.
Mike Bennett?
Yeah. This is like, what's a Mike Bennett?
Somehow I'm fearing it's going to be Edge because of that weird confrontation that they had.
I don't know about that.
Like back, God knows, 15 years ago.
The Undertaker's the only thing that even makes any sense. That's the only problem.
And we'll get to the bongs.
When I started watching at Planet Fitness tonight.
So it's Ms. TV. No Ms. Taraj.
Hold on. Before we start with anything on Ms. TV, obviously everyone knows I'm a big Mike Mizanin supporter, and I have been since the real world. So I've been down since day one. So I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I've been a Miz fan. Everyone knows it. I defend him every single week. Here's the thing I will not defend. What the hell's going on with his hair? Seriously. It's like Alex Riley mixed with Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I guess they need it for what are they calling it? Mr. and Mrs.
Ms. and Mrs.
Ms. and Mrs. I don't remember.
Sure.
So Miz says the Miz Taraj aren't with me because they've got a special tag match and they're earning their opportunity to go to WrestleMania. And my little boys are grown up, and if you hang with me, I'll raise your career. But tonight, my guests are two individuals that Kurt is hell-bent on giving opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. So Stephen and Finn come out and goes, he seemed comfortable. And then turns to Rollins, he's like, let's be honest. You're in the ring with the guy that kept you from having a singles match with me at WrestleMania. Now, you and me, we're the workhorses of WWE. We could have burned it down. Oh, something I also saw on Twitter. We can now officially say the official line that we're going to do every time "Burn It Down" it runs out.
Oh no!
In tribute to Seth's trunks, it's going to now be forever known as Flavor Town because clearly those trunks are in tribute to Guy Fieri.
I smell toast.
Yes, I could have burned it down. You know, Balor's just an up and comer, and Rollins is like, "You think I'm stupid? We all know what you're trying to do. You know, it's a triple threat." And Miz is just like, look, the truth is that just Balor's just the man that deals with the bingo halls. You know, his resume is lacking in this company. But then again, he does have one thing. Because 2 years ago, you beat Seth, because he's turned to Balor now. You beat Seth to become that champ. And that's a huge accomplishment. Maybe I should just be talking to you. Maybe you're the one that actually deserves the one-on-one shot against the greatest champ of all time. And Balor goes, I'm literally sat here. I saw what you just did with Seth. Why are you trying to do the same stuff with me? You know, you have to work harder to keep your title. And this is like, oh, what, the title that I actually made matter and made prestigious? You know, am I the bad guy? And everyone's doing the yes chant. I'm going, well, he ain't the bad man. I'm a bad man.
God.
Miz goes, clearly, Seth, you resent Finn for beating you at SummerSlam. Let's be honest. Rollins will just get friendly with you and he'll just stab you in the back in the heartbeat. Just ask the Shield. And Rollins just like, shut up, Miz. We don't need you. We're already fired up. It's the IC title. It's WrestleMania. In 4 weeks, I'm beating you, Miz, and I'm taking that Intercontinental title. Balor doesn't stand a chance. And Balor goes, whoa, with all due respect. Let's be honest. What happened the last time we had a championship match? I beat you with one arm. And Rollins is like, you're looking at the past. I'm looking at the future. Point to the sign. In 4 weeks, I'll stomp your head into the mat on the way to becoming the champ. And Balor's like, we don't have to wait 4 weeks. You can do it tonight. And the best bit, Total Divas Apps on Twitter does the best GIFs. Because it's got the shot of them staring at each other. And Miz is like Mr. Burns rubbing his hands with glee going, yes, do it. Yes. And then, of course, they both look at Miz and Miz is going, oh, shit. And then he gets Balor takes him out the ring. And then Rollins lays out Balor. I can see what they were trying to do. It just didn't fully connect. The only bit that did was the GIF.
Well, I mean, we have a couple chat messages here. Pyro says, what was with Strowman going after the tag belts? Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
I'd rather see Maria Menounos wrestle than the Absolution. That's bold.
No. Even Sonya's better than Manamana.
Miz looks like 2011 Miz. Pyro, let's just say I was a tad bit preoccupied in 2011, so I wasn't able to really fully watch SmackDown back then, but I do see where you're coming from. And one Triple S has said, I think it's planned to have Braun and Elias as a tag team at Mania. God, I hope not. Both of them deserve so much better.
What if it's Kane?
I was honestly thinking it'd be a possibility. So much for that Broken Hardys idea I brought up the other night. Whoops.
Oh, should we address that first? Considering, like, within half an hour of us going off the air, the news came through that Jeff got a deletion under the influence, shall we say?
Technically, it was said during the show. It was actually posted in chat, but I did not see it before it went away. So I know it's mentioned in chat, and I kind of glossed over it. But yeah, it was mentioned in chat last night.
Well, thanks to chat now actually having a replay feature, you can see that yourself.
Very useful, actually.
So hello, people in the past or the future. People just randomly go hello. So now we get Bar versus Ms. Taraj. So Ms. Taraj, throws him out the ring before the bells even go and whatever. And then the Revival show up and beat the shit out of the Bar. And then Gallows and Anderson come out to beat the shit out of the Bar. They try and run off. And then Titus Worldwide cuts them off with Heath Slater and Rhino as well. And they're all beating the shit out of the Bar. Cesaro escapes through the crowd. Sheamus escapes up the ramp. And now we have to be reminded that Titus O'Neil is no longer being punished because they're actually giving him trips to Africa for the Special Olympics. He's turning out to be a good ambassador. Why they over-reprimanded him for the crap that happened at Daniel's bloody retirement? Who knows? And then we get to the weird bit, but go ahead.
One Triple S says, "Can you predict a return for Mania that isn't The Rock like Matt or Jeff Hardy like last year?"
Nikki Bella's winning the Battle Royal.
God, I hope not. I am with you on the woman winning, but I think it's going to be Trish.
Because I guess technically Nikki Bella being in the Battle Royal would be a return because we haven't seen her since the Rumble. We'll see.
All right.
So here comes Cena. Saying, I finally found my road to WrestleMania. It's not the ideal path, it's different. And the truth is, every opportunity that I've had, I'm not able to capitalize on. It's all my fault. Everybody's superstar's dream to step in the ring, contribute to WrestleMania. This is when the Undertaker chant breaks out because, dirt sheets. And Cena goes, I hope the guys in the back are listening. Now, I won't be contributing to WrestleMania this year. I don't mean I quit. Don't mean I'm walking away. It don't even mean I'm not going to Mania because I'll be there. But my road will just be like you. I'm going to be the energy. I'm going to be going there as a fan. The universe, the most important part. Without them, there's no atmosphere. I'm going to have a blast. Then he goes into the crowd with some, as he labels, Sasquatch guy, has a sip of his beer. And then, but he likes, let's go, Cena sucks. And then there's like, oh, let's do it one more. Let's go, Roman. And there's just boos. But the only way that you can hear Let's Go Cena sucks at Mania is if I do something that I'm not supposed to do. What's the worst thing that could happen if I decided to do it? Does it even change my road to WrestleMania? I'll just buy a ticket. Screw it. I challenge The Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania. I was told it was impossible, even though the fan in me wants to see it. Why is it impossible? Because of the executives? Hell, if they wanted to rain on my parade, they'd shut my mic off and suspend me, just like they did to Roman. I challenge The Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania. I challenge it. I challenge it. You know, he says it over and over again. And he's like, the mic's still on and I'm still here. There's only one person that's stopping this match from happening, and that's Taker. And for this minute, I'm addressing Taker myself. Get over your own ego, Undertaker. When I fall, I get back up and put a smile on my face and I go back to work. When you fall, Taker, you hide your head in the sand and you don't come back. Amazing that such a strong symbol can be so fragile. You know, you're clearly not too old, washed up, or broken down. If you were, you wouldn't be posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram. You're the only person that's stopping this match. You're a self-centered, conceited maniac. And if it takes feeding your ego to make it happen, I'll do it. Do you want to see Undertaker kick my ass, fans? Do you want to see him tombstone me at WrestleMania? You know what? I want to see it because I want to dare you to try it with me. At Mania, I'm either going as a fan or as Undertaker's opponent, which would be history. Yuri on Ice. We were born to make history. The ball's in your court, dead man. Let's see if you're still alive. If I were the Undertaker, I'd want one more match. This was a very good promo. The problem is it tied too much into the oh shoot heat blah, 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 style presentation. Like with the whole, yeah, you're doing too much shit on Instagram. Like, way to ruin it. You bloody ruin it. So, although I like the direction, the method of the presentation was a problem. So now we've got Sheamus and Cesaro complaining to Kurt backstage, you know, and they're saying there's rumors that there's a superstar shakeup right after Mania. We want to be traded. Think about it. We could beat the Bludgeon Brothers. We could beat the New Day. We could beat Uso Penitentiary. You know, we'll even face Breezango because we know we're not wanted. And Angle's like, look, you're not getting traded. If you want competition, whichever team wins the Battle Royal tonight will be your competition. And the Bar leave. And then they have a video package recapping the Symphony of Destruction. And then Elias is in the ring with like a padded protection on his chest and a neck brace. And he's like, yeah. Hello, my name is Elias. I have a question for you. And he starts drumming and he just goes,
This is all your fault.
And he leaves. So, okay. Also, this is all your fault is not a question. Semantics. Then we got Braun. You know, I dropped a piano on Elias. And please tell me you saw this bit, Owen.
Which one are you referring to?
Piano!
Okay, I saw it without sound, so it did not have the same effect.
It had 3 exclamation marks.
I know, I saw that.
I dropped a piano on him. You hear what I said? A piano! Like, enough with the fucking graphics. It was bad enough on SmackDown. Why is it bleeding over into Raw? And Strowman's like, Well, I don't have a WrestleMania match. I'm going to carve my own path. Somebody's going to get these hands. And I'm going, well, how are they going to do it with the bloody world title now? So then we get Seth versus Finn Balor. Thank God. Because this was a pretty solid match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it greatly. I love the finish too.
Yeah. Because he nearly did the deal, but small package 1, 2, 3, it's over.
It was nice. Lots of good stuff in this match. Really good, strong styles, hard hitting match between two guys that definitely know what they're doing. I'm still not sure about Balor wearing the UWFI tights. But it's something I guess I'm gonna have to get used to. And I like the Rollins is channeling his inner late hot stuff Eddie Gilbert with his gear. So yeah, match is really good.
Or
good
Guy Fieri.
I wanted to make a wrestling reference. The pop culture references work fine.
Guy Fieri is a wrestling reference. Guy Fieri should be in the Hall of Fame before Kid fucking Rock.
Oh God! So should Drew Carey. At least he was in the Royal Rumble. True. One Triple S said they should add Mysterio at Mania. If he's able to go. Do we have an update on Mysterio's injury?
Well, considering he's saying there's doubts about whether he'll even be able to go for Liger in 2 weeks.
Oh God!
It's sort of up in the air.
New Japan, get on this. We get the Jericho Liger rematch. Many years in the making. Let's do this. Make that happen. Hyro says yes on Raw. Oh, sorry. One Triple S says to Hyro, yes on Raw when SmackDown and ECW appeared. And One Triple S says, I hope they change the design for the US or Universal Championships. I'm a WCW guy. Everyone knows that. The US title is okay. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about, but it's fine. The Universal title is okay. But I wouldn't be shocked if they don't change the title before too long.
Then we have the video package for the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. Apparently. I mean, I don't know.
So literally what that means at this point is there's going to be 2 Battle Royals at Mania this year?
I guess. There's as it stands, it truly is like 57 matches are happening at Mania.
Yeah, now I have 3 guys in them.
Nearly. Then they do the video package for Ronda and all that. Again, that's the only way you're building up that this week. Because, you know, the biggest match should probably on the card doesn't need any build-up. They clearly do not give a shit about Detroit. Because it's like they're doing everything for Dallas. So now we bring up Asuka, who's just about to be asked by Charlie about why you challenge Charlotte. And then Alexa interrupts with Mickey and goes, you know, last night was exciting. But, you know, considering she isn't very good at English, I'll explain the sudden turn of events. You know, Asuka's a fierce competitor. But the thing is, she's smart. She's got the longest streak ever, but she wouldn't dare step in the ring with somebody like me at WrestleMania. I defied all the odds by retaining my title against 5 other superstars and a future WWE Hall of Famer.
There was not 7 women in that match. I think he meant 4 other superstars and a future Hall of Famer. Watch.
And as for Asuka, she won't face Bliss. She won't face me at Mania because she knows that she can't beat me. Yeah, some might say it's cowardly to back up from a fight, but if you can't win the fight, it's smart strategy. I'll be rooting for you to beat the champion of the B show. And Asuka goes, I choose Charlotte. Like, what? Because to be the woman, you've got to beat the woman. And I want to face the best champion in the company. And Bliss just goes, I'll translate it. She chose the easiest champ to face. And Asuka's just like, I beat you before. I'll do it again now. And Bliss is just like, you had the chance, but you didn't take it. Instead, somebody that's got personal grudge with you wants you. And here she is. And nobody comes out. And here she is. Still nobody comes out. And Mickey and Alexa talk amongst each other, and then they manage to sort of double team Asuka, and Mickey's just like, I'm ready for you today. And it's like, dear God. So we're establishing Asuka as this dominant force by showing her as being shit at talking on the rubber brand as it is now. Christ. She faces Mickey James. Asuka wins with the Asuka lock, and Alexa Bliss just storms off. But it was just... Asuka was good and everything, and Mickey James was good, but it was just like, why is the match happening? There is no purpose. This then results in what came next. So Nia's backstage, and Alexa comes in and goes, look, where were you? And Jax was just, Kurt told me not to come out because I got a match next. And Alexa's like, you ruined it. I set it up. I knew you wanted payback to get revenge for your embarrassing performance last week. I'm your best friend. I picked up the pieces last week because I love you. And Nia's just like, I love you too. They hug and like, but I need your word that you'll be in my corner when I'm facing Asuka next week. And I'm going, wait, when the fuck did that get announced? And Jax is like, okay. And she heads off. So Nia takes on Jobbers by the name of Joan King. I don't know whether she's a Detroit indie wrestler.
She looked very young.
Hopefully it wasn't that supposed 16-year-old that Elgin put forward.
Oh boy. You said it, not me.
No, but that was the rumor about the last jobber that Nia Jax faced.
Oh boy.
That she was 16.
I'm trying to see if I can find information on Joan King.
You find that. I need to cover the... I can't be bothered to get the music because apparently copyright strikes and whatever, but...
We're not strikes, just claims. We're fine.
Well, then I need to really search for shit again.
The segment sucked. Really sucked.
Oh.
Okay, we got some questions. Tyra says, I don't think there's a lot of men for a men's battle royal for Mania if they keep having triple threat matches. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the point for Mickey and Alexa to break up in the first place when they were on SmackDown? Now they're on Raw. I don't know why they're pushing Mickey as a heel now, I guess. And what one Triple S says, what finisher is worse, Alexa's DDT or Nia's leg drop? Alexa's DDT is a lot more of a cleaner move.
Yeah.
And New Japan's strong style The Long Beach show is when?
25th, I think.
I don't have my schedule yet, unfortunately.
Style Evolved
Hope we can cover it.
in USA. No, I don't want the movie. Sunday the 25th, so we're literally in 13 days.
I shouldn't have a problem with that. I guess we'll see.
Also, it's official. All tickets, all tickets for the pre-show at the New Japan Dojo on the Saturday have now sold out as well.
Wow.
There are no tickets ever because I guess LOL or something. Who knows? So we randomly decide to cut both live and on the big screen to Alexa and Mickey backstage in the locker room. And Mickey's like, I can't believe what you said to Nia. And Alexa's like, I could have been harder on her. Mickey responds, I almost died at the airport line. And this is just like, yeah. You know, it's just like Shrek walking through TSA. You know, but Nia's happy to carry my bags. I use her. She's a vulnerable human being. Now, I can't believe she screwed us this week. But she's in the palm of my hand. Now, she's been a total loser her whole life. She's just as dumb as she is big. And I know that she'd be nothing without me. I make her relevant. Now, if you try and think for yourself, we'll just beat her down. Where do I start? Where do I motherfucking start with this fucking shit that creative fucking did that made me go fucking insane? Jesus fuck cunt. God, I actually want to say the M word that isn't Nashville. Even though it isn't relevant to this situation, just because I want to use every single swear word and derogatory word that I can think of for whatever the shit this angle was. Because Charlie then comes in and goes, sorry, the interview, obviously we didn't have the interview here, but the time was put aside. By the way, the boom mic by you has been on for the whole time. And everybody heard everything. Why would this be? Are we trying to establish that Kevin Dunn is a twat? In which case I approve, but at the same time I don't. Oh, somebody did the math on one of the SmackDowns from a few weeks back. You know, when all 6 guys brawled, you know, after Cena got his place in the bloody 6-pack challenge.
Yeah.
There was 30 camera cuts in 34 seconds.
So Nia's looking on in this, sort of tearing up and like, but then at the same time, like not surprised by what's happening. And then she's like looking devastated, wipes her eyes, and then she just looks up and she's got like the awesome Kong Karma look of, you're gonna die. And she screams and runs off into the back, and Alexa and Mickey are just like, all right, let's pack. We're going. In actual fact, it's take too long to pack. Let's just go. No, don't go to the front door. Go to the back door. And Charlie's just like, yes, you heard right. Asuka is facing Alexa Bliss next week. Like, no, what? And Nia just storms in through the door. Where is Alexa? She's bloody throwing luggage about, throwing destroying an Alexa Bliss jacket, tearing up other suitcases, throwing one suitcase so good it hit the bloody camera guy. It was nonsensical because it's like, don't be a bully, be a star. Oh wait, are we not supposed to remember that still bloody exists? And rather than do it like as if it's like a thing that's been caught, like a mobile phone thing, like it's a hidden camera style thing, it was literally like as if there was just a still hard camera backstage that was filming it all. It just didn't look right. Speaking of looking right, Matt Hardy previews next week's Ultimate Deletion with the official debut of, or the WWE debut of Ruby Sky, Senor Benjamin, Brother Maxwell. I can't remember the name of the other one. I can't remember the name. Chat, help. What's the name of the kid?
Which one?
The other kid.
Wolfgang.
That's it. Brother Wolfgang. Brother Wolfgang is going to be there. Maxwell, who's actually saying "Braid be deleted." Like, oh my god, this is awesome. And Vanguard 1 Mark III, I guess. I guess we have now cut out Jeff. I don't know whether they're going to have to do reshoots this weekend. In terms of what happened with Jeff, we'll have to see. So they do that, and then Bray cuts in and goes, Matt is a liar and a fool. But above all, he's just a man. You made a very bad decision, Matt. I'm going to give you some friendly advice. When the devil's standing on your doorstep, don't let him in. I accept your invitation. You got a beautiful home and a beautiful family. It'd be a real shame if something bad were to happen to them. I'm coming for you. Run. And Kurt Angle's like, what the hell happened? And in comes a referee and goes, look, Matt and Bray are both Raw superstars. I want you to be the ref. And the ref's just like, did I do something wrong to cause this? And says, look, no. I know it'll be chaos. I just want to be sure that they make it back to Raw in one piece because they're my guys. And the ref's just like, okay. So I guess this referee is now going to become a name. This is the thing that's going to cause him to be the guy you remember for whatever shit is going down for the Ultimate Deletion. Then it's time for the Tag Team Battle Royal. The Bar going to commentary. And then Strowman shows up and just says, ring the bell! So yeah, the Battle Royal. The winners facing the Bar at Mania. It's Revival versus Heath Slater and Rhino versus Anderson and Gallows versus Mr. Raj versus Titus Worldwide versus Braun Strowman and nobody else. And unsurprisingly, Strowman wins. He eliminates most of them. There was some other stuff happening as well, but a singles person is challenging two men for the tag titles. Are we trying to officially bury this tag division by saying the new tag team champions is going to be one man. Because at the rate we're going, that's what they're going to do. Overall, this show was just, I'd say, disappointing. It could have been so much better, but instead, nah, we'll just shit it up because we can. Don't know what to say.
Really isn't anything you can say.
Well, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Pretty much. One Triple S says when they need to have American Alpha in the tag title match, make it a ladder match because they have Shelton do classic dives. I think they don't care about the tag division at all on either side.
I don't know. I'm trying to keep track of what's going on social media, if anything. The one big thing, Shikara just announced that Los Ice Creams are reuniting with Princess Kimberly as team number 2 for King of Trios 2018. Thank God. Also, unsurprisingly, Sonada beat Chucky T. And Toriano beat Davey Boy Smith Jr. because that's what happens when you put a tag team wrestler in a singles competition. Oh, Shayna Baszler is apparently unsure about herself because she just spent 20 minutes at Best Buy arguing about whether she should buy a Nintendo Switch for herself. Okay. Some weird stuff going on, I guess. Also, as Joey Ryan's pointing out, Kid Rock gets in the Hall of Fame before Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
And also, on Mae Young's birthday, they named them Battle Royal after Fabulous Moolah. I mean, it was an issue. Oh. And Kimberly's going to be on the Beyond Wrestling New Orleans show. So she's still going to be part of the stuff. We'll see. Part of me wonders whether somehow bloody Owen R. Shyster's going to be involved with the Lake of Reincarnation. And, I mean, could you do anything Edge and Christian based? I'm just trying to think of weird shit that's going to happen. Anyhow, is there anything else we can talk about? It's actually good. Let's double check. What was in the updates? Apparently Shane is going to be facing Kevin and Sammy in some shape or form at Mania. So I have to see what happens there. Oh, apparently WWE wants Jericho for the 50-man Rumble in Saudi Arabia. I don't know what's your thoughts on that, Owen.
I don't even know right now.
It's WWE setting up a merch store in New Orleans. Oh, and here's a really good farcical thing. So apparently, on the last show, 5-Star Wrestling buried Jack Swagger for being a champ that just took the belt and went home. Despite the fact he was booked for Lucha Underground, you should have realized that before you started doing shows. Apparently, even though they basically said he was shit, he will be on the next show. Not this week, but next week's show in Manchester. And apparently RVD and Mysterio will be on the show, and John Morrison will be coming back soon. Given that apparently it came out that like the only good spot of that show, which was Zach Gibson, has now left that company with immediate effect, because the rumor is he might be getting a call up to the E sooner rather than later. What does that tell you? 5-Star Wrestling is in a shit ton of trouble already. And that's beautiful. They should have seen stuff like this coming, and they didn't predict it because they're not wrestling people. So I guess that's probably it. I'm so glad now I don't have to cover Raw on Wednesday. So if I'd have done that, I'd have just gone, just watch it. You fucking just. I wouldn't even say watch it yourselves. Like, I don't know. Really, just I don't know.
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
Could we see Alberto in the company since his contract is expiring? Plus, Impact is getting cheap indie wrestlers now. I mean, we'll see.
Who knows? I've heard reports that Vince wants him back.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
By everything that he's done. So, who knows?
I don't think there's really much else we can talk about tonight.
Yeah, because I don't think there's been really that much news in terms of anything else. When we talked about the New Japan stuff, that'll obviously be continuing on in terms of I think Wednesday is the first set of quarterfinals, and then the second set's on Thursday.
Yeah, I think that's going to leave Ashley to do a Wednesday video of sorts.
Yeah.
I will be involved in another activity on Wednesday night.
Kevin tweeted, "Glad to see our SmackDown commissioners has got his priorities in order. His crew's at a live event in Dayton, Ohio. He's sitting by Daddy at Raw in Detroit." Yes! Kevin using it perfectly right to promote the shit out of himself. Yes. So who knows? Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Even bloody I didn't even notice this. Even Matt yesterday tweeted, "Ever since the 7 deities have come to me, I do not put alcohol, drugs, or foreign substances into my vessel. I am more." So he's ragging on his own brother. Wow. That is the thing that happened. Oh. I guess we'll have to see now. So yeah, in terms of what's coming up, I mean we're probably covering, I would argue, the New Japan stuff in a couple of weeks.
I want to. I hope we're able to.
How much? I guess the question is, how much are we doing in terms of WrestleMania weekend?
I do not know the answer to that.
Because if we can, well, the problem is it would be 6 straight days. Because I think logically we shouldn't do a Wednesday show that week.
Mm-hmm.
It might warrant to do a one after like Raw and SmackDown and whatever, but not anything else. But yeah, I think there's a few shows happening on the Thursday. I know that much for sure. And then obviously the main days are Friday and Saturday, with some stuff even on Sunday. So I guess we might wrap that in somewhere. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know whether that means we're getting anybody else for the Hall of Fame or whether that's it.
Every name that we have heard is now in.
Well, the only one that isn't is Bam Bam.
Yeah, he's the last one.
But whether they save that for next year because
Maybe.
of
Jersey.
Because they're going to be in. Because they're going to be in New Jersey, but they're going to spin it as being New York, like they did at 29.
Mm.
I'd say that would be a more obvious choice for Bam Bam.
Yeah, but they don't like to be obvious. They like to steer away from obvious sometimes.
Really? So Kid Rock, who's from Detroit, was announced when they're in Detroit. They do like to be obvious sometimes.
Sometimes. One Triple S says talk about Kenny Omega. I mean, we do on a regular basis.
I'm surprised Kenny didn't wrestle on the Ring of Honor show.
Yeah.
I guess they're saving him. Then again, I believe he was sort of, I wouldn't say injured, but I guess they're just letting him not wrestle so he can rehab up a bit. Because, of course, he is going to be part of the Strong Style Evolve stuff.
Yep.
To take on the Young Bucks with his Golden Lover colleague. And then, of course, 2 weeks after that, we've got the WrestleMania stuff.
Imagine
the Super Card of Honor stuff, I should say.
Hyro says, imagine Dario Cueto being the general manager on Raw or SmackDown.
This is mild spoilers for what's coming up, but the guy that plays Dario is, I think, from what they said, playing his dad. Just in like a lot of makeup and everything. And from what I've heard from those people that have gone, and apparently some of them are getting cease and desists. Great publicity, guys. By the way, you're trying to now apparently buy a stake in bloody Impact Wrestling. Yet another owner. This seems troubling. Apparently, from what I've heard from the people there, he's doing a really good job of being Dario's dad as well as just being Dario. So this is Dario Cueto, the actor, because I can't remember his name. He probably is the true best general manager that there has ever been in any company. If not just for ladder match, then Matt Striker ruining it by going, whoa.
Hyro wants Travis Banks in the UK division.
Would it count because he's from New Zealand?
Perhaps.
Keep in mind, the problem with Travis is if you took him out, at least that I can think of 2 or 3 different UK promotions would lose their head trainer.
Interesting.
He's that much embedded in actually getting the next generation up and ready that part of me feels no, let him stay. You know, let him do his own stuff and let him bring in the next generation. There'll come a time anyway, because hang on, let me check. Travis Banks, what age is he? Travis Banks is only 31. I'd say in a couple of years he could do something.
So Hyro wants to know if we're going to review Supercard of Honor or Takeover first.
No, I need to check the times. ROH upcoming shows. WWE events. Bring them up so I've actually got an idea of the actual times as to how they might cross over or whatever. Let's scroll down and point at the sign. Forever scrolls and lets me look beyond March the 23rd. Why am I getting an advert for that? Oh, there we go. Next block slot loaded in. So, have a quick look. So, Ring of Honor is the bell time, local time, is apparently 7:30 Central. And because I'm still waiting for it to bloody load, we might have a chance now. WWE's website is really a pain in the ass. God, I've still got to wait. God damn it. Stop telling me to watch Fastlane on demand. Why should I? It was average. One thing I did notice, the next time that Raw and SmackDown are co-sharing venues is Montreal at the end of April. So NXT TakeOver is being listed as a 6:15 entrance, which would be 12:15 my time. So yeah, that'd be what that'd be 7:15 your time, wouldn't it be, Owen?
Yes, I believe so.
So if that show's starting at 8 Eastern, which would be 7 their time. I thought there was going to be more of a gap than that. Turns out there isn't. Logically, because I thought Supercard of Honor was going to go a little later. It isn't. We'll probably cover NXT first because that'll be the one that Owen will probably catch. More than likely. Because I'm going to have the headphone set up and everything, I will probably be stupid enough to have both streams going at the same time. So I'm going to be really confused as to all the sound that's going down. I think it depends on circumstances. If NXT is as good as NXT shows normally are, I think we'd lead off with that one. Because I think some of the Ring of Honor stuff seems a little bit odd as to why they're doing it. But, I'd say NXT. We'll try and cover both that night, I would say. Even though we'll probably be also missing some. I don't know whether it'll be Kaiju happening at that time, will it? like around midnight time.
Yeah.
That'll be knackering. Yeah. I'd say NXT before Ring of Honor, just because of how it's built up and everything. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the angles go. Everything that I've heard, though, is probably going to be more likely that we'll cover NXT first. So we'll see. Any other comments from the chat?
Yeah, Hyro wants Mike Tyson in the Hall of Fame. I don't have an idea why that hasn't happened yet.
Isn't he already in?
Maybe.
Tyson's already in, isn't he? Let's have a double check. Celebrity wing. Yeah, Mike Tyson went in back in 2012. Between Drew Carey and Donald Trump. That's a sandwich. He was inducted in by DX. That was the same year that the Horsemen went in, and the lead one that year was Edge. So yeah, Tyson's already in. I'm intrigued though as to. So I'm just trying to. Oh, Mildred Burke already is in the legacy stuff. I'm intrigued to see who they put in terms of the legacy stuff this year, if they do it again, and whether they do any UK wrestlers, because now they've obviously got a UK following that they want to acknowledge, and whether they acknowledge, God, if they put in Misawa or somebody like that, that'd be pretty epic. Have a quick look. Impact still selling Brother Nero shirts. Probably, it's merch. Hyro saying, does Jeff have the right to bring Willow to WWE? I think so. Didn't he do that already, sort of? Wasn't there some bit when, like, the Willow character sort of appeared in WWE, Owen? Like, back in the day?
I mean, it would be nice if we could get some more information, but I mean, sometimes you just don't have it.
Sure. I love the fact it isn't even shop. It's still shoptna.com, despite the fact the website says Shop Impact. Let's see what's in the clearance section. That'd be the funny bit. What's the cheap stuff that they can't get rid of? We still got that Jeff Hardy coloring book. That's always fun. Mr. Anderson shirts, which are absolutely garish because they're just like an M and an A. Jeez. Or, well, there's one with Mr. Anderson, which is just like a microphone. They might be some of the most terrible things on sale on the site. They just look garish in a completely terrible way. Well, everything on the clearance section is not even like cheaper than more expensive than $5. That says a lot. There's still loads of like Jeff Hardy lithographs that they're selling. I guess because WWE's like, yeah, we're not that bothered. Trying to look for the expensive stuff. Autographed August promotional poster, $30. It's a shame. It looks like they've got rid of like all the actual shit stuff. There's an Aces and Eights jacket for $150. That's a bit. I'd say that's a bit dodgy. What's going on in the insane deals? Don West trucker hat combo. Oh, and they've still got Jeremy Borash doing the brown bag special. I don't know what's worse. The fact that Borash and Don West are still all over shoptna.com for selling stuff, even though they don't work there anymore, or the actual stuff they're selling. I honestly don't know. There's Impact Wrestling fidget spinners. Oh, and there's also bloody Taryn Terrell banners. So you can have the tits of a woman that found God. I guess. I don't know. Oh, no, I think we found the stupidest thing, everybody. They've still got those bloody pink baby bibs that say Future Knockout. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Maybe Floyd in the Hall of Fame since the feud with Big Show. Isn't Floyd already in? God, now I need to check again. WWE Hall of Fame. Isn't Floyd already in? Floyd isn't in. I would say that will happen somewhere down the line, I guess. Still should have been Kaufman, though. Is Samuel Shaw from TNA still wrestling? Let me check. I'm not sure whether he is. Let's have a quick look. He's wrestled at some shows. TNT GFW, whatever that is. I honestly don't know whether Samuel Shaw's still wrestling. Let me go to his Twitter. I guess he's still wrestling because it says Tried and True Pro in Tennessee by the looks of it. So he is still doing shows, but clearly not on the same level. But yeah, he was this Saturday he was wrestling Tommy Dreamer. For as I say, Tried and True Pro Wrestling. Weird name, but you know, he is still in action. That we do know for sure. So I think, as we ran out of original ideas, that'll do.
Yeah, I think that's our show. Let's see. Hyro wants to know, hey Ash, what is the dumbest Impact Wrestling?
I said that. You were that out of the loop. I already covered that.
Mayweather.
And everything.
Samuel Shaw still working.
Yeah, I covered that. Covered that work this weekend and everything.
Good. Proves where I am right now. So I mean that's where it's time to go. It's time to go to bed. So
that's Fit Club, damn it.
Yep. AFC for life. So the thing is, tomorrow we've got this is your video, of course, for Tuesday. And Wednesday we have Ashley coming back. Thursday we got Sip and Snack coming back. Friday and Saturday we've got AJ's movie reviews and verses, and some more stuff coming soon. We are moving towards the road to WrestleMania, and of course that means NXT Takeover and Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, and also the Strong Style Evolved from Long Beach for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Looking forward to that. And you too can own your very own Will Ospreay limited edition black and gold Marty Skrull Villain Club shirts, as well as, I believe the last one is the new Tetsuya Naito shirt, the new Destiny shirt. Those are all available at Hot Topics website and probably going to be available in brick and mortar Hot and Topic stores
and
very soon.
Pro Wrestling Tees are doing Zumbas, aren't they?
Yep.
Right
Jay
now?
White. Yeah, Jay White and Kazuchika Okada are going to be the next thing is going to end up in Hot Topic soon. New Super Kick Party shirt, which looks really cool. I want to get my hands on that. So yeah,
All the stuff.
all the things. And that's going to be your show. Ashley, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Twitter at Ash is my name UK.
Yay. Follow me on Twitter at Soro and Disney. Follow the network at Popcast Network. Check out our Facebook fan page at Popcast Network. And that's your show. Thanks to everyone in the live chat. And as always, in a world where there are a billion wrestling podcasts, we're very pleased that once more this morning you've chosen a podcast. Well, thank everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for listening. Until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
We're seen as bong. He wants the bong.